Welcome, and thank you for joining me as I try out a new game. This is Inkshade. It's a game I picked up the other day because I was intrigued by it and it gave me Inscryption vibes, and I played it for about 20 minutes and thought, this is a game I need to show other people, and it might be a game I want to play through on the channel. So we're going to play through it today, and I would like to know what you think if you'd like to see more of it. It is a turn-based strategy game with, as I said, strong Inscryption vibes. Let's jump in and see what we think. Okay, so we have some sort of eldritch creature, we have evidence of some sort of fight, and we apparently have recovered from it. Ah, you're finally awake. Let's get started. Sit. And we have no option but to sit. And this is the main interface for the combat part of the game. We are going to play a game. You are a captain, and you have one objective. Sail your airship into the abyss. That doesn't sound very good, but alas, Captain, two critical things elude you. A star point and a vessel. Perhaps if you spend some time bumbling about, you'll find what you seek. So they obviously don't have a very high impression of our abilities if they're choosing bumbling as the objective to what we're going to be doing. Now, choose a path. So, this is the main board, and this kind of wooden style will play throughout the game. It's gorgeous. I've only played a little bit of the game, but we'll do what I did the first time, and we'll go for the left path. You're going to travel west. I didn't think you wished to die just yet. Never mind. Perhaps the clergy of Ire has changed, and they aren't as wrathful as you remember. If you can make it to the end of this route, you will find the casing of the star point, which is needed to navigate the northern skies. Now, begin your journey. So this is very familiar. We're going down that roguelite route. This is a roguelite with meta progression, as far as I can tell. The time has come for you to fight. And here is what the game boards look like. And I think they're absolutely gorgeous. We're looking at small-scale tactical turn-based battles with your party of adventurers to get you through. A gentle wind whistles through the branches, and it steals every bit of your warmth. Not unlike the black eyes staring your way, 3 acolytes stand before you. Kill them. At the start of each encounter, pieces are drawn from your collection. I only have one piece. It seems you only have the lowly wretch. How fitting. Take a look around the board and place the wretch on a starting tile. So, this is the board that we have to play with here. We've got 3 wretches on it at the moment. I absolutely adore this art style. The wretch, we can right click on them to get, or you just hover over them actually to get their information. So the wretch here has a movement of 3. The crosshair is 1 damage, and they do 3, no, that's their range, sorry. The crosshair is their range. They've got 3 health, and they've got an attack of 1, that's the sword. Now if we have a look at our wretch, he has a movement of 3, he has a range of 1, he has 2 health, and he does 1 damage. So this isn't looking great for us, if I say so myself. I can put him in any of these starting tiles here. We'll put him in this one. And when you think you are ready, and at least one of your pieces is on the board, press the button to begin the match. The button may also trigger if you slam the side of your desk hard enough. I don't know exactly where you need to strike, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. The creature is referring to me pressing the spacebar, which I can use to start the game. I can also mouse over these guys to see their ranges. So in blue is where they can move to, red is their danger range. And I can also press X to show all of their stats, or Z to hide their stats. And then C lets me inspect a unit. I think. It doesn't seem to be doing what I thought it did. But anyway, we've got everything we need to do. Let's start the game. You go first. Select your wretch. So this is a very simple tutorial. Good, your fingers still work. Now let's see how your memory fares. The blue tiles indicate how far you can move. Orange tiles indicate maximum attack range. Red dots show you where you can attack from, which is a really nice, clear interface. Now then, move your piece next to mine. So I'm going to move my guy here, and then I'm going to hit his guy. Attack the cretin that stands in your way. And that's the hit. Your turn ends when all your pieces have moved, or when you press the button again. It is my turn now. So we're going to lose this. Mathematically, we just can't win. He has 3 health, we have 2 health. Even if I move around, I'll just end up activating these two. But we'll hit him back, and then our turn ends, and he hits us back, and our wretch dies. Alas, it seems the wretch has perished. When one of your pieces dies, it will remain dead for the entire adventure. And if your entire crew perishes, you will lose. What's this? The lowly wretch has met a terrible fate? How shocking. It is clear that your starting crew is too weak. There are spare pieces in the cabinet by the door. You will find them if you follow your ears. Now go collect them. And here we get into the... Oh, and until you've collected all 3, do not return. Here we get into the Inscryption style part of the game, because now we can start to explore this place that we find ourselves in. Now, I did mess around with him last time, and I did keep returning, and he eventually just starts repeating himself, saying don't come back until you've got them. So there's no like interesting thing that can happen. We can interact with a lot of the things in this room, though. Most of it isn't that exciting. For instance, this is where I store all of my script. No, I will not be giving you the key. And it is very dark. It's dark on purpose. Darkness is very important in this game, if you can see from him, or it, just lurking in the darkness very, very high up. There's maybe some graphical glitches here and there. This is an indie game. But let's have a look around. There's... Oh, that was one of his arms. We can not do anything yet. Have you spied a spyglass? Such a device can see very far away, you know. But alas, not much use in here. So everything here, he has something to say. Oh, there's a sword on the floor. What's that you found? An old discarded blade? You shouldn't bother with that. You appear far too weakly to make use of it. In your condition, I'd wager you'd struggle to lift a lantern. So he's not particularly fussed about us. There's a book in here, but we can't do anything with it. There's a star chart. I think this is actually a star chart of Earth, the solar system. This is our solar system, not some fantasy world. There's some books here. There's a sextant. What is that you found over there? Is it another tool for sailing? There's a box. You jostle the box and decide that it's empty. Oh, were you not looking for narration? My apologies. Please jostle away. There's a door here with a keyhole that we can't peek through. We can't do anything with it at the moment. And then there's that rattly noise. And that rattly noise is important. Oh, those are a little bit of his hands. That rattly noise tells us there's something important nearby. What happens if we click on this dagger? Don't touch that. It's dangerous. Some people are loath to follow directions. You are such a person, aren't you? But if I crouch down, I can't. I should be able to crouch. I can't crouch. If I click on this cupboard, can't open it. But there's my hint. Click here, and now I've unlocked the cupboard. And there are 3 pieces in here. We have a cultist or an acolyte. We have some sort of knight, and we have some sort of villager. And the noise stops. And that noise basically tells us that there's pieces nearby for us to find. So it's an important one to listen out for. And in here is some script, which we would need to use for meta progression. So that's a good find very early on. Let's head back to the board and try again with our new pieces. We'll go the same route we did last time. You were defeated on your last journey, and so you must start from the beginning. Perhaps this time, your performance won't be so disappointing. You set your sights westward to seek the Starpoint's casing, and none will stop you. It takes a great deal of fortitude to travel onward in the face of defeat. If only the clergy had your will. You anticipate strife in your future. It's a good thing you bought a crew. So now we get the same combat encounter, which is interesting as you can learn the encounters, but we have our crew available to us this time. You see 3 acolytes gripping their clubs. They will not let you pass as long as they live, so we have to wipe them out. But now we have access to the villager, who has 3 movement, 3 health, 1 attack, the acolyte, who has 3 movement, 3 health, and 1 attack, and our wretch, who has 3 movement, 2 health, and 1 attack. So these 2 are basically synonymous with these 2, and then we need to make use of our acolyte as best as possible. We can deploy 3 units, so we can actually have a bigger hand to start to pick from, but we'll put down our acolyte, we'll put down our villager, and we'll put down our wretch, and we'll start the battle. Now we get to go first, which is great for us. Oh, by the way, if you think your defeat is inevitable and would like to end your journey early, then you may press this button on your left. Doing so will forfeit the match, which will have the same effect as losing. Also, the button has a tendency to stick, so you may have to press it more than once. Okay. I'm not really one for surrendering. I'll usually just go down fighting. Anyway, now that you have a larger crew, things should be easier. Also, if you haven't noticed, you can inspect my pieces. Doing so will reveal how far they can move, their maximum attack range, and what tiles that they can attack from. Now then, proceed. let's get into the game. I'm going to bring my wretch up to take the first hit. Now, if we check here, this tile here is dangerous, this tile here is safe. But no matter where I go, if I want to finish this guy off, I'm going to have to activate this acolyte. So I'm going to move my villager to here and hit this guy. And then I'm going to move my acolyte here and finish the acolyte off. I'll reward you for defeating my pieces. What do you get? Scrip. You appear confused. Scrip is a currency. Those little golden coins your kind is so fond of. I'm surprised you don't remember even that. Regardless, earn scrip by defeating my pieces. And you will also earn bonus scrip for winning an encounter. Then the bonus will be larger if you take fewer turns. So because I was in his range, he activated and came and attacked me, but I'm not inside this one's range, so he's not moving forward. Oh, there's another thing I have not mentioned. You don't need to move your pieces to attack. Select them once or twice without moving, and the piece can attack from where it stands. So long as an enemy piece is in range, that is. But be cautioned. If you select a piece 3 times in a row, it will hold position. After issuing such a command, you may not touch the piece until your next turn. So you gotta be careful I don't triple click on a unit, because that will end its turn. We're gonna move to here, hit this guy, we're gonna hit this guy, and we're gonna move to here and hit this guy. This is gonna be easy now that we have the numbers. We didn't actually activate this guy last turn. Now what I could do is try and set up to charge him, but I'm just gonna run in. Damage does not continue on between fights, so as long as I make sure that I don't lose a unit this turn, we're totally fine. And he's gone for the closest unit, which is interesting, not the weaker ones. So move you forward, hit, move you forward, hit, and finally we'll finish him off. Easy fight. With the battle complete, your senses expand, and you notice 2 figures ahead. Were they watching? Perhaps one of them is willing to join you. So we get a reward. We get the choice between another acolyte or a knife thrower. Ooh, I did not get this unit last time. So this unit has a range of 3, 1 health, and 3 movement. I'm going to take the knife thrower. This seems very, very powerful. Alright, we have a choice between when you add any piece to your crew, that piece will end up in here. You may see your active crew from within this box, but know that if your journey is cut short, all the crew members added will be lost, and the pieces will be reset to your starting crew. Have you ever played a card game? Think of the pieces in that box like your deck, and the pieces you draw before combat as your hand. If you've never touched a card in your life, well then, I'm sure you'll figure things out. Why don't you try placing your face in the box now? Sure. So this is my deck. I've got 1 knife thrower, 1 villager, 1 squire, 1 acolyte, and 1 wretch. I will draw 3 of these every time we start a new combat, so I'm not guaranteed what I get each time. Okay, I think we've got a spiky boy, we've got a fight, and we've got a chest. I'm going to go for the chest. You see wood and iron poking out from a shrub. A closer look reveals what you found. Treasure. Script. Cash is good. Alright, let's head to this campfire. Haggard travelers surround a campfire. They look desperate. With a sly tongue, you might convince them to join you, but you only have enough food to conscript 1. The other will have to fend for themselves. Okay, chance for another piece. We have an occultist who has 2 health and a range of 2 and does magic damage, or another acolyte. Let's grab another ranged unit, just so we've got a mix of range and melee. And now we have the choice between another treasure chest. We have the choice between, I think this is buffs, or we have a fight. I think I would like to have a fight just so that we're getting a bit more money. So the chest probably was the best safer option. Battle awaits. Kind of want to show the game off a little bit. Okay, combat encounter at a church with a spike pit in the middle. A group of clergy members are at the ready. They have prepared a spike pit for intruders. Intruders such as yourself. Now we've got a really bad hand here. This board contains a special golden tile. If one of your pieces ends their turn here, it's underneath this guy here, and they survive my turn, then you will win the match. You can still win by defeating all of my pieces. I know you'd find the bloodshed preferable. Okay, so we are up against an acolyte. This is a knife thrower, another acolyte, and an occultist. And we have in our starting hand an occultist, the wretch, and an acolyte. So we are under strength for this fight. This knife thrower is a really big problem because of his range. But let's start by putting our acolytes here. Dude, actually, I want to maybe put you back. I may have messed up. I maybe want to put him here, so he's in range to shoot him. No, I think we're okay. I think we can put him there. That's how we're going to start off. All right, let's start the battle. I didn't draw particularly well here. It would have been great to draw one of my other guys. What we want to do is we want to get out of the knife thrower's range to start with. So let's go and attack this acolyte. We're going to unfortunately take 1 damage back, taking him out. And unfortunately, the occultist is not going to be able to get into range this turn. Thankfully, he hit the acolyte, not the wretch, which is good for us. Okay. So the activation range on the knife thrower is huge. What we might want to do is lure him into combat here, away from everybody else, so we can take him out. So we may just need to tank a hit on our acolytes. But looking at his range, we can put him here, and then we can put our occultist here and end the turn. And then I'm going to move this guy forward as bait, and I'm going to bring you here, and then we'll end the turn. He's going to come forward and attack us. Throw a knife. Now, need to be very careful. Okay, we're totally fine. I'm going to use the occultist to show you how the range attacks work. And that's him down. Now, this guy's down to 1 hit point. We're looking... It's the maths here is not looking good for us. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I can win this. Unless I'm very careful. I don't think I can get the occultist in a position where he can move forward. But he could take a hit for us. I'm just setting everyone up just outside the acolyte's range. Okay, so the acolyte has a range of here. You can't get into range, and you can't get into range this turn. But the acolyte can attack the occultist. So if I put the occultist here, we're not in range of... Hang on, let me put that back. We're not in range... We are in range of their occultist, which is a problem. I don't want to aggro the occultist. So I'm going to use the wretch to take a hit and put the wretch here. That means it's going to aggro him. He's going to come over. We're going to just move our acolyte here, and we're just going to finish the turn there. So he's going to come over, he's going to hit our wretch. Then we need to make sure... We're going to lose a unit here, so we're going to lose the wretch is the unit we're going to lose. But we'll hit him. Then we'll use the occultist to shoot. And then we'll finish off with the acolyte. So now all that's left is their occultist, who I didn't think I was going to activate there, and we lost the unit I didn't want to lose. But we'll now win the battle. I shouldn't have lost my acolyte there, but whatever, we got the win. What were those souls thinking? Such a simple spike pit could never stop you. So the wretch is now gone from our pool for the rest of the campaign. Okay, we'll replace it with another acolyte. It was the acolyte we lost, but we'll get another acolyte back. Okay, we've got a story square next. Interested in a tale, are you? The clergy's name isn't the original, you know. In fact, Clergy of Ire is rather new. The proper name, Vethantal de Sol, fell out of favor some time ago. It means abrupt sunlight in today's tongue. The group was named as such to pay homage to the rising sun, particularly how the morning sunbeams would coat the horizon with light. Not exactly an ireful sentiment, wouldn't you say? Sounds like they were a much nicer church in the past. Okay, let's head towards this chest. The leathery slide of weapons unsheathing. It is like music. Okay, we've got a very vertical battlefield here. Some units we haven't seen before. It seems you've wandered into the boglands. It'll be harder for your crew to move, should you choose to take the low ground. Alright, let's have a look. So we've got... I don't know what these units are, but they've got ranged attacks of 2 and 2 health. There's quite a lot of them. And then we've got a wretch over here, but he's been upgraded. He does 2 damage. And then we've got acolytes on 1 damage. And we've got a range 3 knife thrower here who needs to die very quickly. Now, what did we draw to start with? We've got an acolyte, the wretch again, and the squire. So we have no ranged units at all. And everything does 1 damage. This is going to be pretty hard for us. But I guess we'll just try and run up the hill. We need to take that knife thrower out turn 1. Putting the wretch in the back. Actually, maybe put the wretch... No, I'm going to put the wretch in the back because he has the least health. This is... With unupgraded troops, this is going to be very hard. Do you remember what I told you about your rewards for combat encounters? You will earn script for defeating my pieces. The current kill reward is here on the bottom left, while the kill count is on the bottom right. As well, if you can finish a map quickly, before this red turn counter runs out, you will earn the bonus script in the upper tray. But the amount decays after the timer reaches 0. Turn by turn, your reward will deplete. You're welcome to try and optimize your play, but for now, you might as well just try to survive. Though choosing to dawdle will ultimately slow your progress. Fairly obvious advice, wouldn't you say? Oh, and just so you know, even if you lose the encounter and your journey ends, you will still keep the script for your kills, which is how we upgrade our units. Alright, let's see if we can get through this. I can't actually get up here and attack this turn, which is horrendous for me. Because I have to rush up the hill to try and take out the knife thrower. But if I don't rush up... Actually, can the knife thrower... If I retreat, I think I could potentially bait the knife thrower and not activate the acolyte. If I move you to here and you to here... Now, what's the range moving on this guy? Okay, this guy's going to come up as well, but he has 1 hit point. And I unfortunately can't get into range. He has 2 hit points. Let's move you back to here. See what happens. I think this guy's going to come up and hit us. Oh, he's got a ranged attack. Okay, I'm stupid. I forgot both of them had ranged attacks. So, of course, he's not going to move forward because he doesn't need to. Alright, well, if we... I can't attack him without being in range of the knife thrower. Let's bring you to here and hit him. Then I'm going to bring you to here and you all the way to here, where he should be able to attack you. Okay, we're taking so much damage. Okay, this is a GG situation straight away. We'll just try and get as much script as we can. I might be able to get 2 kills here. No, yeah, I should be able to get another kill before I lose my round. No, we're not going to get... Okay, that's GG. So, game just escalated things very quickly. And I was completely forgot how range attacks work. Again, you and your crew have died. It looks like you need more help than I thought. Take this key. It unlocks the parlor. There is a very special item in there, one that you can use to make your pieces stronger. By exchanging script for power, I suggest you find it before trying again, Captain. Okay. So now we've got the key. And the game expands. So we can leave the desk, we can turn around, and I can come over to this door and use the key to unlock it. And now we have access to the parlor. Now there's quite a lot of stuff we can do in here, so we're going to try and get through it at a reasonable speed. I've already kind of solved this room, but this is the only room I've solved. I've not gone any further than this room. That statue is looking at us. Oh, now it isn't. And that's one of his hands. Excuse me. So, things we can do in here. First of all, what he wants us to look at is this table here. This is a very important table. We'll come back to this. This is where we upgrade our units. This is our current... This is all the units available in the game, and this is our current deck. So the bits in the middle is how many units we can take into a fight with us, and this is all the units we can have. So we need to find some more units. Let's also grab all this script. Money is very important. So I will be grabbing as much money as I can get my hands on, because we need it. Let's have a look around. Now that rattling noise means there is a unit nearby. We just got... I can't remember his name, but we'll find out in a second. There's another one here. We know that. That's the occultist. So now that's in our deck. And there's another one here. This is the hunter. So now we have more units. If we come over here, you can see that they've all been added to our collection. So what we want to do is have a look around and find as many units as we can before we move on. Now, I'm going to cheat, not cheat, but I've already solved some of these puzzles. There's stuff behind these pictures. Not behind this one, but if you look here, there is a lantern here. Now, don't worry, honestly, I haven't gone further than this room, so don't worry about me solving all the puzzles automatically. This is just the intro puzzles that I have solved. And there's more stuff back here. We have just found the archer. And more script, and then just some bottles. So we're going to keep your ears peeled for that rattly noise. That means that there are units nearby. Here is the knife thrower. That's the one that had the range 3 that just gave us so many problems. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. What else have we got? Anything over here? Some script here. We want to collect as much script as we can. There is stuff on this bookshelf, even if it's not actual units. There's some script here. And I think there's some script in these drawers. Not in that one. Or that one. Or that one. There's some script there. Not in there. A little bit more script. And nothing else there. Nothing here. And yes, I know this is very dark. It is dark on purpose. Now, there's some stuff on the table. He'll also comment on some of this. For instance, if we click on the food. Has your stomach regained its resolve? And we can click on some of the bottles as well. Just a bottled beverage. Technically a poison. Are you thirsty, Captain? Alas, you're too evil to open the bottle. Excuse me, an empty bottle. Kept for sentimental reasons, perhaps. A bottle filled with dark black liquid. I'd recommend against drinking it. Who can tell what it would do to your body? A bottle filled with... You know, I don't think I even inspected that one. Oh well, it doesn't matter. As you were, Captain. The interesting thing is he's calling me Captain. I wonder if this, with all of the paraphernalia involving sailing, is this also a ship? Like the one we're looking for in the game? That's my current thought. Again, check behind all the paintings. Oh, we found a thing. Okay, doing that has moved this curtain over here and has revealed another piece. 2 pieces. This is called the Mortem, and this is the Lycanthrope. So we have some more pieces. We'll look at what all these pieces do in a second, but I want to gather all the pieces first. More stuff down here. Oh, another one of his hands. There's a piece inside this. I think that is the Longchamp or something. We can also turn on some music, which is nice. And you can hear the rattles. Now, this puzzle took me a while, and I did manage to solve it. And basically, you've got these candles, you've got a box here, you can't open the box. What I worked out was if you look this way, you can see the pattern in the candles you light. It's 1, 2, space, 1, space, 1. You see how they're lit? But I don't think I can do it yet. There's an item I need before I can actually light these. I need a lighter. I can't remember where I get the lighter, so we're going to have to look for that together. We can come down here, and if you don't have the lantern, the guy will tell you to turn around and go and find the lantern. But we have the lantern, so we can come down here into the darkness. Oh, that... He had eyes for a second there. There's another door down here. And there is a whole ton of script. And there is another unit. There's a lot of script. Is this where you find the... No, it's not. Okay, I need to remember where I found the lighter, because we need the lighter in order to get that... Oh, he was there, watching us. So he seems to have a very long body, or he can move through darkness. Alright, where did I find the lighter? That is a good question. I cannot remember where I found it. It was one of the first things I found the first time I played. It's probably just sitting out somewhere. It might just be on the table. Oh dear, where did I find the lighter? Hello, friend. So there's another door there that we can go through. It's not here. There's all the units we found. So we found quite a lot of units. This is like our starter deck, now that we found them all. I definitely suggest making sure you found every single one you can before you try and play, which is the mistake I made the first time. Oh, there's a piece right here that I missed. It's a good piece, actually. Probably should wait before eating again. I imagine you need every bit of strength you have, and vomiting now could be counterproductive. Where is the lighter? I can't believe I've forgotten where it is. Damn. I feel really dumb having forgotten where the lighter is. Is it in the first room by chance? Dagger, book, stone lamp, overturned chair, music box, empty drawer, the game board, which I don't want to go near next, that closed thing, some trophies, a book, the sword, the spyglass. I do not know why this candle exists. It is lacking flammable fibers, you see. I do not see any sign of the lighter, which we need. So how have I forgotten where it is? I feel really... Well, here we go. Here's a puzzle for me. Where is the lighter? It's not in one of these nooks and I've missed it, is it? No, it doesn't appear to be. It's a silver lighter. Like, you can help me in the past to see it. It's definitely not here. I found it very quickly last time, so I feel like it was quite obvious. Is it on the shelves here? There it is. Got the lighter. That's what we needed. Okay, so now we can come back here, and if we check again, it is 1, 2... If we line them all up and stand back here, there you go. It is 1, 2, space, 1, space, 1. So we can go... Actually, I need to click here, and then we go 1, 2, space, 1, space, oops, space, 1. And that unlocks the box. And in here, we have another unit, and another unit, and a whole ton of script. Okay, and that's, as far as I'm aware, everything we can get in the parlor. At least for now. So now we're going to go and have a look at our units. So there's 3 factions. The clergy, the villager people, and the knights. And we have the following units. We have the acolyte, who starts with 3 movement, 1 attack, 3 life, 1 attack, 3 movement, and a range of 1. And you can see the potential upgrades for him here. So you can go up to 5 life, 2 strength, you can get resistant to magic, and move 4 squares. There's the occultist, who can go up to 4 magic damage, 3 life, 2 resistance, and only has a range of 1, like a space of 1. Can't attack at range 1, at range 0. There is the knife thrower, who has a potential of getting up to strength 3 for damage, can have 2 life, can get up to 5 move, and can get up to 5 range. I feel like the knife thrower is a potential very powerful sniper unit once you've invested in it enough. We have the long step, who starts with 4 movement, can get up to 8 movement, can only do up to 2 damage, but I think the long step is another really good unit. Also, starting stats, has 3 health, 1 down, and 4 movement, is a very good starting unit without any investment in it. The Knight Slinger has 2, can get up to 3 damage, probably quite a well-rounded occultist unit, I think, with the 3 range, of 3 damage, the 3 health, the 5 movement, could be okay. Then in this faction, which is like the peasantry, we have the villager, who is pretty much, I think, exactly the same as the acolyte. So if I do, no, it's different because he can't get resistance. I think he can get more health. We've got the illuminary, who is the first unit that has 2 important things. 1, they can get defense, which reduces how much damage they take by 1. We haven't seen another unit with defense so far. And this unit can get strength and magic as their attacks, which I think means they can pick between the 2. So they're potentially quite useful. We've got the hunter, 2 life, potential for 4 strength, starts with range 2, which is more than anyone else at the moment, I think. So there's another potentially quite good unit. The mortem seems like a huge trap, although maybe they're very, very cheap to upgrade. But at the start, 1 life, 1 health, no resistance, 1 movement, 1 range. They're very bad to start with, but they could be very cheap. The lycanthrope starts with 2 life and 2 strength, which is very rare, but only 2 movement. So if you were to go with a lycanthrope, I think you'd have to very quickly get an extra life and an extra move. But that's only 50. I think the lycanthrope is a potential good one. Then you've got the wretch, which is the unit we started with, which does begin with very terrible stats, but is easily probably one of the best units we've seen so far in terms of where it can be after considerable investment. This 3 defense could be huge. That prevents 3 damage in every attack. Could make it an absolutely broken bonkers unit. Then we have the knights units. So we have a few of these. We've got the squire. He can get defense as well, and for 80, I think that's the cheapest we've seen defense for. There is the lancer, who starts off with a range 2 attack and can get that up to strength 3, which is interesting. Can also get defense and resistance, which I think is quite strong. The archer, who has a range 2 strength 1 attack, can get up to 5 range, which is very good. Can have a lot of health. I think the archer is also quite cheap. So like a $50 investment in the archer right now makes it a very good unit. We have the scholar, who is just a ranged magic user with a lot of range. And finally, we have the salatist, who can have a ton of health, decent strength, but nothing else. So those are all of our starting units. We can also do some metagame upgrade. We can increase our deployment tiles so we can deploy more units into a fight, and we can increase our starting deployment tiles. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the archer to have strength 2. I think that's the cheapest ranged upgrade, if I remember right. What was the hunter? The hunter is 60 to level up. Yeah. So it is cheaper to do the archer. And I think the archer has a better potential with more health. So I'm going to spend 50 to level up the archer's strength. Then I'm going to spend 50 to upgrade to 4 deployment tiles. And then I'm going to upgrade our hand size as much as possible. Now, I don't think any of the... I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. We're going to come to our deck here. We're going to... I see you found your collection. This pedal serves a very important purpose. It allows you to choose your starting crew. What is a starting crew? The pieces you will start each journey with. Any piece placed on the 9 central tiles will be available to draw before combat, until they perish, at least. Oh, and for the duration of a journey, your starting crew is immutable. So, this is basically my starter deck. So I'm going to take off all of these units for now. The wretch is potentially very good if you invest in it. Now, what I want to take with me is the archer, which is... Where is the archer? This unit here, because we've already upgraded him. I want to take the lancer with me because he has the range 2 attack. I want to take the knife thrower with me because he has the range 3 attack. I want to take the Soleus with me because he has a lot of HP. And there's another one. I think it's the... No, it's not the Mortem. It's not the Lycanthrope until I've leveled up his movement. I wanted the long step with me because he has a lot of movement. Now, I could fill up these other slots, but I don't want to draw any of these other units right now, I think. Let me just check the how much it's going to cost to upgrade the Lycanthrope's movement. Okay. I need one more script to get the Lycanthrope movement up. I'd like to get his health up too. That's my new starting deck. Let's go for one more run before we end the video and see how far we... Ooh, okay. This guy's creepy. Let's go down... Oh, by the way, if you so desire, feel free to get up and wander about. Unless we're in the middle of a match. I won't stop you from stretching your legs, Captain. Especially if you've forgotten to improve your pieces. Let's go down the middle route just for a little change of pace. Due north is your choice? Well, if you insist. I'm sure the locals are friendly and don't do anything beyond the norm. They certainly wouldn't murder outsiders. Far to the north, just before the edge of the continent, lies Port Mercador. You can contract an airship there, and if you have a completed star point, you can sail farther north still. Now, begin your journey, Captain. We've only got one option. We're going into a fight. Let's see how our new deck and slightly upgraded units fares here. Okay, 3 units. They're all villagers. You see an underground passage. It beckons you to submerge yourself and fade into the cool black nothingness. But villagers bar your path, and so they must die. Right, we've drawn a pretty good opening hand. We've got our hunter, our archer. We've got our knife thrower. We've got the Soleus, who's the one with the tons of HP. He's our tank. And I've got a choice between this guy with 4 movement or this guy with the range 2 attack. I think I'm going to go for the movement just so that we've got a little bit more flexibility in our board. And remember, if a unit dies here, it's gone for good. Now, what's really, really cool is I can move our archer here and shoot him, and that does 2 damage to him. And then I can move our knife thrower here and finish him off without activating any of the other units. Now, if I want to, I can move our Soleus up here and actually attack this guy turn 1. And I'll just move you up behind him. And then I'll do for turn 1. And these 2 will finish this guy off this turn. Now he will activate if I move here. Let's move these 2 to just outside his range. Oh, that's a problem I have with this game is I click on my next unit. And then we'll move you here. You can hit him. And then you can hit him. Okay. Now this turn we should be able to kill this guy, I believe, without actually activating him. We'll move here and shoot him. And then we'll move here, and we'll throw a knife at him. Cool. Much more in our favor. As you step over the final villager's body, the sound of scraping rock drifts to your ears. 2 shadows can be seen in the cave's mouth. 2 new foes, or 2 new candidates for your crew. Okay. So we have a choice between a villager and an illuminary. The villager has slightly better stats, so we'll take the villager. But filler. I could also choose not to take one, but I do want somebody. This lets me spend money on hexes and things like that. I'm not going to do that right now. I want to save my script. We're going to go for another fight. So you can spend money to get permanent upgrades or temporary buffs during a run. At this stage of the game, I think saving for permanent upgrades is the smart thing to do. Like the setting of the sun, conflict is inevitable. Ooh. Very dark. Light pours from the center of this chamber. It is an ideal place to rest your weary group. But like so many things you desire, rest will not be guaranteed. So you can't quite... There's 2 units here. There's a unit here. There's a unit here. That's all I can see at the moment. What have we drawn? Well, we've got our archer, so he's coming. We don't have our knife thrower. But we do have the Soleist and the... Actually, swap these 2 around. And I'm going to take the Lancer as well for the range. Okay. That's our starting group here. So there's a lot of units around us. This guy here. These 3 here. Let's take this guy out with this guy. There's more guys here as well. There's some units here in the darkness. Looks like they move very, very slowly, though. This guy here is the only big problem. We'll shoot him with our archer. There's another unit here. I didn't see that unit before I moved. And we can't attack from here. Oh, can I take that? Okay, I can take that to move back. Oh, there's a guy here as well. This is actually quite tricky. Let's move him here and shoot him. Now you can move to there, but not attack anybody. You can move to here and attack him. I may as well just make attacking moves, I think. There are more units here, but I think we can take them out. And then I'm going to just... I don't really know where to put you. Let's just move you towards these guys. It's very dark. Okay, looks like they're all active even though we're not in combat. Ah, what a lovely board this is. So very dark. Almost devoid of light. It reminds you of the abyss itself. That moment, the royal you. That aside, if you are absent-minded as you appear, Captain, and you cannot remember where your pieces are, I'll allow you to fumble around the board to find them. Try not to knock anything over. What does that mean? See? Ah, okay, that lets me highlight my units. Okay, that's really useful. Well, let's kill you. And then you... There's a guy there. Is he more dangerous? No, really. You can move here and stab him. Where's my archer? My archer's here. So, where else are there enemies? There's 2 enemies here. So why don't I get you to shoot him, and you to step in and hit him. And that just leaves this guy down here and whoever's up here. So who's left? Just this guy here? I don't suppose you got a shot on him. You do. Is that it? No, there's a dude here. Oh, there's a dude down here. Okay. Okay, that was a good bit of money. The moss and fern seem to jostle slightly. They have at least one more meal today. Got a choice between a luminary and a mortem. I don't want either of these in my deck, so I'm going to pick neither. I don't want to draw dead units. We're going to go for a chest. We need money. Along your path, at the side of the road, you find a deteriorating carriage. It seems abandoned, but in the back there is an overlooked trunk. Full of cash. Nice. Okay, let's keep moving on. Another dark area. Deeper in the cave, torches guide your steps. They also guide your foes, who seek to end your journey. Alright, from what I can see here, we've got... this guy does 1 damage, this guy does 1 damage. There's a mortem here. There's a mortem here. Doesn't look like there's a lot of units on this board. We've got our archer, which is great. We've got our knife thrower. We'll take the... yeah, you kind of know the units I like to use already. They're the ones I put in my deck from the start, obviously. But this isn't bad at all. Alright, this guy's got 3 health, this guy's got 2 health. So I'm going to see if... We can't use our archer on him at the moment. But if I move you to here, you can hit him. Then you can now move to here and shoot him. This guy's got 2 health, so you can move to here and hit him. And then you can throw a knife at him. Okay, the mortems are coming. Oh, so they were holding torches, I see. So they've made it darker by taking them out. Can you... You can kill this mortem from here. Knife thrower is very good. And then you can hit him. I think that's game over. Nice. Easy. Amidst the darkness, you stumble across an exit. At least, you assume it's an exit. Let's find out where it leads. Mortem or villager, I don't want either of those. Okay, let's go for the question mark. Stumbling into the unknown, you aren't quite sure what lies ahead. Combat? Combat. Oh, a little hut. Oh, we're split up at the start. The scent of roasting meat fills the air. A quiet conversation reaches your ears. The latter is abruptly cut off as you emerge into the clearing. Okay. Well, if we've got our knife, if we've got our fast move guy, so that's 3 steps, you 4 steps. We're going to put you here so you can reconnect with everybody. Let's put our archer here where he can hopefully shoot this guy. These up here are archers, so we need to be careful. They're hunters. These are just villagers. We're going to take the knife thrower, and we'll take this guy. Okay, let's start the encounter. I just want to make sure I don't activate. So as long as I stay off this platform, We don't have to worry about the archers. I want to take these guys out first, I think. Although you can just... No, you've got range 3, not attack 3. What we're going to do is I'm going to put... I'm going to bring you back. And I'm going to put you here. We're basically going to lure this guy forward. I don't want him to go after this guy. So he's going to have to finish his move here. Oh! There was a hunter there that I didn't notice. Okay. So, I'm going to get my archer to kill this guy. Need to be careful of his health now. He can't get over to help us. We're going to take another damage here. We have to be very, very, very careful we don't lose our knife thrower because he only has 1 hit point. Let's bring the knife thrower to max range. I actually want to just keep the knife thrower out of this for the moment. I don't want to risk it getting hurt. And then you can't get any closer without aggroing these guys. Let's just bring you around to here for the moment. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Okay. Now, I can kill this hunter with my archer, then take a hit and kill the other one. I think that's fine. So he will shoot back at him. He'll take 1 damage and I'll finish him off. Which means we can now focus on these two. So watch, our health is a little bit low. I want to activate these one at a time if I can. This guy is MVP with his 2 damage at the moment. I'm going to wait till he can join the fight. So I'm not going to activate these guys yet. I'm just going to bring the knife thrower up to here. And I want to bring him to here. Oh, I didn't mean to activate him. Oh well. That's a problem. I can't get a shot on him either. Remember, if a unit dies, it dies for the whole run. And I don't want to lose any of these units right now. He can take a hit. He can't take a hit. So I basically want to set up a situation where he moves forward and hits him. And then I can shoot him next turn. So what's your range? I can't really tell. I'm going to bring you back to here and hope that he can't come for you. I need to pull you back as well. Okay, he can come for him. So we may just be about to lose Asilis unless I bring him forward. Well, you know what I could do? I could put the knife thrower here and throw a knife. Then if I move this guy forward, he blocks him from being able to move out of this spot. And he takes the hit next turn, basically. I don't think the high ground will help me here, so I'm just going to move forward with the archer. So he's going to attack here. No, he's not. He's going to rock around and kill my knife thrower. Losing the knife thrower is pretty devastating. I did not want to lose the knife thrower. Okay, what's this guy's range? If I put you here, next turn you can move forward and shoot him, and then he can run forward and finish him off. Losing the knife thrower is made me really sad, because that's no more knife thrower for the whole run. A tree crashes down. It came from an entirely different direction. You choose not to investigate. We've got a villager and a hunter. I will take the hunter just because we lost the knife thrower. This guy has range 3. And a story event. I can appreciate a desire for knowledge. A truly wonderful land once existed. It consisted of 4 regions, and it was unified, prosperous. But most importantly, it kept to itself. Like most everything, however, such a haven could not avoid certain horrors, like the entropic decay of all that exists. That is part of the reason why you have only 3 paths to choose in this game that we are playing. Interesting. So there used to be 4 areas, but now there's only 3. Let's go to this campfire. This land knows no shortage of vagrants, and most vagrants have no shortage of hunger. You could remedy that if they fight for you. 2 such people are sitting under a tree, and with a promise of food, one of them may join your crew. We've got another hunter or a villager. I don't want either of these. Let's move on to another fight. This is probably going to get quite difficult now, because we're getting quite far for our second run. That's a lot of pieces. You emerge from your last endeavor and are greeted by flowing water. Your enemies are hastily loading a riverboat, and more still are closing in. So we've got a whole chunk of Mortems, some lycanthropes, and villagers and hunters. Okay, we need to be very careful here. We don't have our archer, so let's take the ranged 2 guy. Let's take our move 4 guy, our more health guy, and we'll take a hunter as well. I don't see the point in taking a villager. No. Now the Mortems are slow. The lycanthropes are also slow. These are the guys we have to watch out for. But what I could do is try and move out of their activation range, I think. So if I move him here, he can kill the Mortem. Then I'll move you back to here, and you're out of his range. Move you to here, and you're out of his range, and move you to here. Playing this very safely, because I think these 2 factions will fight each other. Okay, he's been activated, which is annoying. So many units. Okay, you're going to have to shoot him, and then we'll send in the fast movie guy, which is going to activate this guy, unfortunately. So we might as well bring you closer to him. You are going to get stabbed by a Mortem. I need to shoot them with a ranged unit. Can you attack him from here? You can. Cool. Yeah, they're either teaming up or they're going to fight. Okay. You move to here. Actually, hang on. We can only move here. So you move to here and stab him, and you hit him. Then you kill him, and you... I want you to shoot him. Yeah. Okay. Okay, they are fighting each other. Excellent. And we're getting money for it, which is even better. Oh, I like that. Bite animation. Okay, this is going to be a bloodbath next turn. We just need to finish off these Mortems. So you can shoot this one. Now I need to be careful because these 2 are standing next to each other. So if I step forward to hit one, the other one's going to get me. So I'm just going to hold for this turn. He's dead. And he's nearly dead. Alright. So you shoot him. You stab him. And let's just see how this finishes off. Quite happy to let them fight each other. Okay, we've got one more turn of them fighting each other. I'm quite happy to let that happen. He's actually going to kill all of them. Range 2. It's powerful. And then we'll just kill him with our range 2 guy. We just made a lot of money. A wise captain knows which fights to engage, and a stupid one engages them all anyway. I suppose now we know which one you are. I think I played with that very well, Mr. Strange Monster. We've got a villager or a lycanthrope. The lycanthrope only has move 2, which really puts me off it. If it had move 3, then I'd take it. Let's go for the question mark. If you don't know what you want, then perhaps this will do. The people in that land, the one I mentioned before, craved more than what they had, more than what they were due, and they expanded outward, upward, into the ground, across the skies, wherever they could imagine they went. And this included a forbidden place, where they were never meant to go, but they were tried to all the same. Okay, sounds like a hubris situation. This is a boss fight. I'm very surprised we got here on our first run. You fought so hard to get this far, but now a truly powerful foe has arrived. That's a lot of units. Okay. Rushing water obfuscates your hearing, as does the rain pounding on hats and mantles. There is a magnificent bridge before you, and the path straight ahead draws you in. But even the architectural marvel fades away to the presence of the mysterious person, hunched at the other end. So there's this guy at the end of the bridge. He has range 4, strength 3, and 4 health. There's no way we can fight this guy. But we'll do our best. We'll take our archer. We'll take our hunter. We will take our 2 range stabby boy. And we'll take the guy with 4 hit points. Let's see what we can do. Okay, you can stab him to start with. Then you can shoot him to finish him off. And then you two can maybe take this guy. You can't move there. Let's bring you to here then. You hit him, and you shoot him. Yeah, these guys are fighting each other, which is good. Let's just finish this guy off. We'll shoot this mortem as well. This will be coming for us. I don't see a way... like, he has the range to absolutely murder us on the way in, but maybe if we come at him from the side here... I don't know. This guy's maybe just blocking his line of sight. From here, he only has line of sight down this... so we can maybe come along here, but that's a lot of range units to have to deal with. There's less range units on this side. I think I'm going to try and come around this way. We need to deal with this guy first, though. We can maybe just leave him, actually. What's your activation? Okay, you come to here. You come to here. You come to here. And you come to here. At least I'm getting paid for them killing these mortems. Okay, we're about to go into combat with these boys. I want to try and just get my people as close as possible before I activate them. So you can go to here. You can go to here. And you can go to here. Alright. Oh, okay, he's just moving around. I was like, crap, did I just activate him? This is a perfect shot for me. And I have activated that guy, but I'll put my... how much health? He's only doing 1 damage. I actually quite like that. We'll put you here. We'll put you here. And we'll put you here. Oh, we went for my 4 HP guy. Oh, and he's active too. Okay, we need to calm down. You shoot him. Now you hit him. You move to here and hit him. And you move to here and shoot him. Okay. Well, we can certainly do the damage. This guy's a problem. He's a ranged unit with 3 health. And resistance 1, so he'd actually be immune to he would resist 1 magic damage. My archer can hit him for 2 damage. Actually, I can kill him. Does mean I'm going to take a hit on my archer from this guy. But if I move to here and shoot him, and then move to here, I can shoot him. And then you can move up, and you can move up. And then we're going to take a hit from him. And what I'll do is I'll move you back to here, shoot, and then we'll just use you to finish him off. We can't do that. I'll put you here, you can shoot him. Okay, now, line of sight at the moment, we just have to worry about this guy. You've got 3, you've got 2 health left, you've got 3 health. So he's going to have to lead the way with 3 HP. That's all we can do this turn. Okay. So again, we want to not activate this guy too early. Let's just cross the bridge. This guy's still not active. But I can't move another space forward without activating him. He only does 1 damage, but he's got range 2. So let's lure him down with our guy who has the most health. And we'll set everybody else up just outside his attack range. He's going to come down... oh, poke us with his pokey stick. And then we're going to shoot the crap out of him. Okay, now... he has line of sight down here, but not along here. I can get close, but I don't think I can kill him. We need to get the archer in for a shot. That's for certain. If I move you to here, I think I can get... let's move you back to here. Oh, okay, it's you that's blocking my movement. I wanted to get the archer here. That's kind of what I messed up that turn. So the archer can get a shot. The archer can't. He can get an attack, but the archer can't. It's actually basically going to walk in here and get killed 1 by 1. Well, let's... may as well start getting murdered, I guess? No, we'll do it next turn. And I know why we'll do it next turn. You move to here. Attack. You move up to here. You move up to here. You move up to here. Oh, he's going to move back. I wasn't expecting him to move back. That makes this a lot harder. Well, you've got a shot. And you're going to die. And then you can finish him next turn. And there's a possibility I can hold the golden square and win that way. Although I just realized all my units are dying to do this. This is pretty brutal. That's him dead. 20 gold. And I got an achievement for that. Defeat the tier 1 boss of the northern branch. Nice. Let's see if we can take this. No, we can't. Because as soon as I step on this, it's going to aggro these guys. This is GG. I can't come back from this, but we'll try and take one more guy out with us if we can. Actually, I may have done it, because that might block him from being able to hit me. I did, I won. Yes, wasn't even close. Win a combat encounter with only one player unit remaining at 1 health remaining. A cacophonous sound ranged from above. You instinctively drop to your stomach, laying flat, narrow, and covering your head, but there are no additional bursts of noise. You look up to see an airship, with its primary propeller coming up to speed. The vessel sails away from your position, heading north. You follow. You seem to have defeated a mighty foe, and I can't deny my surprise. Your reward is the key to the Praetorium. Use it on the door across from the parlor. These stairwells are awfully dark, however. Have you found a suitable lamp yet? Never mind, off you go. If you're unfortunate, you'll find a few stronger pieces. Well, now that we have the key to the Praetorium, and we've defeated the first boss, I think this is a good place to stop this video for now. I'm very keen to explore the Praetorium, but we can do that next time, if you want to see some more of this game. What do you think? Is it interesting? I'm definitely going to play more of it. Would you like to see more? Let me know. For now, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very pleasant day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. See you later. See you, big Scooby monster. I really messed up that ending.